so that everybody is able to follow through. And if I have to read through the screen, I hope everybody is getting me loud and clear. CEMCOD was found and incorporated as a non-profit organization in 2013. Actually, the real date was 12th of July 2013. And as you can read through with me,
your network. Mr. Bruce, we are not getting you. Your network is still disturbing.
Yeah.
At first we were getting, but we are no longer getting you.
And hello, once again. Hello.
Yeah.
I'm getting disturbed with the network here. It's on and off, on and off. I just realized as I'm presenting, it went off.
Yeah, it has been off.
I don't know that to give
now,
some
we can
time or
hear
to
you.
just continue. Yes, thank you very, very much. These are the challenges of some gadgets, maybe, I don't know. So welcome. I can see other people joining in, but still here I'm getting warned that my network is unstable, and by the time I went off, I was sharing the screen with you about CEMCOD. That CEMCOD was formed in 2013. We take a hybrid approach, meaning not only one approach we use. Hybrid is more than one. We use media and community development approaches to augment youth participation. How do we foster?
You are sharing screen and you're no longer sharing, so. Oh, he has gone off.
It's terrible. I'm now going to.
I think you can share screen again. The one that you. Yes.
Oh no. It's a level of disturbance, really. So am I there now?
Yes, you are.
Okay. This network is really disturbing. can I proceed? So I was saying, for those of you who've been with us, you can see that we take the way we cascade our programs is through community engagement meetings. We do hold what we call community interface meetings. Almost each and every other program that we have implemented has had the element of community interface. What? Community interface meeting. Of course, before we come to these meetings, we do stakeholder consultations, meaning that we consult with the people we work with, and the stakeholders include community leaders, local government officials, radio stations that we work with. And usually from the radio side, when we partner with them, we do so for purposes of having a platform for our youth to raise their voices, a platform for the community. The young people that we train in CEMCOD are representative of the bigger community. And when we talk about raising community voices, we directly get in touch with the young people, those that we train as community reporters. So before they go for such radio shows and community meetings, we first train them. We carry out a thorough media and information literacy training. We train them to strengthen their capacity and also to be able to be good content creators, that is knowing how to create news or to identify issues in the community, those that can make news, those that don't make news, those that can fit in other programs. So for the last 10 years, we've been doing this. We've had a stint in Mbale. Actually, we started our projects in Mbale. From Mbale, we went on to Jinja. We've been in Wakiso. We have been in Gulu. We've been in Yumbe, Arua. Then later in Tororo and Soroti. And we've trained over 200 young people as community reporters. We've also sensitized the number of radio staff, about 50 of them who have attended our programs. And when we cascade such trainings to young people, we also empower them to do community monitoring of public service delivery. I know many of you have done that, and it has been the basis for your work, for your engagement with the community and the partnership with the radio. So we also use new media tools like the mobile phone. And at first, when we had good resources, we actually bought mobile phones for all the community reporters that we were training. Right now, those who have come after have not got that chance because of limited resources. But as we go on and as we strategize, we go into review of the strategies that we have. We shall be more digital in nature. When we come to speaking about digital, Edward will be telling you more about that. And I think he will tell you how important the smartphone is for whatever we intend to do. So we also strengthen young people's capacity in the way they can use the smart technology, how to use social media platforms. We now have a strong WhatsApp group, which will be moderated. I know after this orientation, part of what you will be doing is to see how best to moderate that enlarged group of community reporters, all community reporters in Uganda. Another strength of CEMCOD that I want to share with you is our partnership with local radio stations. We don't work in isolation because they are the ones that give us the platform. So far, we have had partnerships with Step Radio in Mbale. We've until recently it has been Step, then we changed of recent from Step Radio. They were also undergoing restructuring, and they couldn't continue with us. So we engaged a new partner. My network is unstable. We engaged a new partner in Mbale. In Jinja, we are still with NBS FM radio. In Wakiso, we have Radio Simba.
Oh, I think we are missing Mr. Bruce.
Yes, I had lost network and I'm coming back again.
Oh,
yes. I was by the time I lost the network, I was telling you about our radio partnerships, and I had mentioned several places of the 7 that we have, and I think I was left with the Tororo, where we are partnering with East FM, and these are the platforms that give young people an opportunity to raise their voices on behalf of their communities. So why are we engaging with young people? It is because we look at the population of Uganda currently is basically over 75% young population. And we've discovered that many of them don't have greater opportunities to engage in the development agenda. So we focus our efforts on young people because we want to see them getting involved in issues of governance. We want them to get involved in issues of human rights. We want them to get involved in issues of transparency and accountability. But in order to engage so well, young people need skilling. They need soft skills. They need to be trained to be confident people, to be critical thinkers. There are many global competencies that can help a young person compete in this new world we are living in. So that is where our focus is. Young people, give them the skills, link them to the radio station, get engagement with the community, and then together we identify community issues, community problems, community challenges, devise solutions which we can share with local leaders, and together we transform our society. So what is our vision as a CEMCOD, Center for Media Literacy and Community Development? Our vision is an organization that is a benchmark for community transformation. Yeah. That is what we want our organization. That's the dream. So that if somebody is speaking about how to transform the Ugandan community, say, no, just go to CEMCOD. Those people are experts at doing that. And then our mission is to transform vulnerable communities through appropriate media and community approaches. And here you must mark the word appropriate. There are some media approaches that are not appropriate. They spread propaganda. disinformation or malinformation. So for us, we are not going to go into that direction. What we are up to is to get appropriate media and community approaches. We've done that, and we shall still continue to do that. Then we have our core values. And these core values are professionalism. We want whatever we do to have a professional touch based on knowledge and skills. Another is accountability, meaning in what we do, we are really responsible to the people that we serve. So we are accountable to the public in all our dealings. There's also integrity, and I mean, this is being upright in whatever we are doing. Being upright citizens, we do it with a lot of caution, knowing we are not there to do things that will shame us. So neutrality, we don't look at falling on this side, or rather discriminating anyone. In our work at CEMCOD, we don't discriminate against maybe gender. We work with all genders. We don't mind whether you're male or female, whether you're Catholic or Muslim, all those kind of discriminations, we don't entertain them. We are very neutral. And then transparency, this is the spirit of fairness, doing things so that everybody knows. We have nothing to hide in our work. Whatever we are doing, we want people to see what we are doing. We are even open to criticism if somebody wants to criticize us. So that is the brief I can tell you about CEMCOD. I will request for any questions at this point. If somebody has any question, we can. I'm ready to answer it.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Vitalis, our executive director. And yeah, please, you can raise up your hand if you have any question. Yeah, as well, you can go to the chat and share your questions from there. From the chat, I have we have some some people who are trying to give their comments, and we shall also be getting some questions from there as well. So if you have any question, please, you can raise up your hand so that the ED can respond to that question. Yeah, Solomon is saying no question from him. Yeah. Anyone else who may be having a question? Only that Mr. Edu, when by the time you joined, we had not yet prayed, and some people were concerned about it, and they were so. But I think since we were team bad, yeah, we had just to begin up so that we go on with the meeting. Mr. Kuliamoza is saying he's just appreciating, yeah, the introduction. It was so impressive. That is good. Yeah. If you have any question, please, you can raise up your hand so that we get to hear from you.
Hello, Jamo.
Yeah. Okay. So should we think there is no one with a question? Because as we were as I attended my senior 2 class, the teacher used to tell us that if you ask the students after teaching or after giving a lecture or after sharing anything, you ask people, have you got, and they fail to respond, that means they've either got each and everything or they've not yet got anything total. So I don't know what we can take, but let's take it that from the chat, people are saying thanks. I'm seeing even Mr. Wakandru is also saying yes, it was wonderful. Silence means consent. Yeah. Okay. So I think if silence is meaning consent, then that means we have to move on as our program, as per our program, and as we saw it, we can move on and share again, yeah, from our next, yeah, from our next official who is going to share with us also. Yeah, it has been so impressive to share about CEMCOD. You know, you need to all know about this, about CEMCOD. You have to understand CEMCOD totally, because as per now, our face is there. Everywhere that you will be moving, they will be asking about CEMCOD. When did it begin? What is moving? What are the programs? Which are the radio stations that you're working with? So we now believe that you can come up and explain to us what CEMCOD is. You explain to us how CEMCOD works, which communities is it working with, which partner radio stations are you people working with. You also have to understand, because I remember people were also asking, I think the chairman was concerned when we were beginning the elections. It was like, how many community reporters do we have? How many radio stations do we have? Where are they? Where are the mentors? So I don't know whether we've gotten each and everything from Mr. Bruce's presentation, but as well, since we've all agreed that that silence means consent, then we shall also have to move on and hear from Madam Prosi, who is coming to be our next official from CEMCOD to share with us. Okay, thank you. You're welcome, Madam Prosi.
Thank you, David. Am I loud and clear?
Yeah, we are getting you.
All right. Good morning. Is it still good morning? Yes, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I will try to put on my video so that you can see how excited I am. Are you excited like me?
Yes, we are.
What has excited you this morning? We could begin from that note.
Seeing you after a long period of time.
Wow. Okay. Who else is excited this morning?
I'm attending the first Zoom meeting after dodging many of them.
Why have you been dodging Zoom meetings?
Because they've been happening in times when I'm in the field, so I could really handle the two.
Okay. But is there anyone else who's attending the Zoom meeting for the first time? As in, you're on Zoom, it's your first time. You can just open your microphone or just type in the chat. I'll be reading the chats too. Anyone who's attending Zoom meeting for the first time? Apart from Moses.
Most of them are not.
Lillian's hand is up.
Oh yes, I'm seeing Lillian, yeah. Okay. So the rest of
attended.
Most of them have?
I've not yet even attended because they are using Laika mobile.
No, but at least they're here. You know, as leaders, you really have to speak up, be open about issues. And usually it's not bad to do things the first time, because that's just the beginning, and there will be many more of this nature coming up. So yeah, thank you, Lillian. Thank you, Moses, for sharing this experience. I have someone who's logged in as Techno Pop2 Plus. Can you just change your name, rename Techno Pop2 Plus if you're the one who's logged in, so that we can know who exactly is in and who is not. So if you're the one who logged in with the Techno Pop2 Plus, please rename. You can just go to where there's participants. If you click participants, all of you can see it down the bar. Do you see participants? It will show even how many people are participating in the meeting. Then when you click there, you will see your own name. It will be the top on the list. And on that name, there are some 3 dots where you're able to click, and then you'll see the word rename. So then you're able to rename yourself, and then we can know who that person is. Let me know if that has been possible, but I'll just keep checking to see if that is clear. If any of you are logged in.
That is Ndifuna Aramanzan.
Aramanzan, Ndifuna. Okay, Nash. Oh, okay. Because now I didn't know how to Ndifuna, but he can, Ndifuna, you can actually rename so that we see that it is you. You know, these online things, people can decide to come into a meeting where they have not been invited. So it is important that we know. Anyway, so my task this morning, according to the program, we are going to review or just reflect on the election. And without the election, we wouldn't be here, not so? So I would like to hear from 3 people. What were your highlights, or just one big highlight from the election that we held for you to be here today? You put up your hand, or you can just open your mic, and I can see Vitalis, you have your hand up.
Well, yes, thank you very much, Madam Prosi.
Yes.
Yeah, I was looking through the chat and I saw a concern from Solomon and how we started the meeting. I think I wanted us to begin with a prayer, some form of introduction and all those things. Solomon, we are quite sorry, owing to we did not go through that. But as we go on, we shall get more interactive. I know we shall know each other very well. And if there is anything that we have missed, we can still go back to it. But just accept that. Thank you very much.
Moses, your hand is up. Moses, you haven't unmuted yourself.
Sorry for that. Sorry for that.
Okay.
Maybe what I can say my highlight is, well, I listened to all the manifestos that were happening in the group when people were campaigning, and yeah, they had some good manifestos. And what I really observed, it was during when people are having their delegates. I see some pulling ropes here and there in a ginger group, which means maybe there are many big wigs which they need to work on. But anyhow, regardless, we move.
Sorry, I had muted myself as well. Sorry.
Yes.
So I say the ginger team is here, so they'll be able to let us know what they think about that we have a number of big wigs in ginger. So Solomon, it's your turn.
Yes, Prosi and everyone. My concern was a simple one and well taken. It was just the formality of starting the meeting. But to your simple question of the highlights, my highlight was not the best, especially in my own regions, mapping from Gulu, Nebi, and upward. Zombo. We had serious network issues, and so many of my members failed even to log in to be able to vote. And I think it has been over some time that there were no regular connection with the CEMCOD, and some of our members even thought they were not members. And of course, I don't want to quote us to upcountry CNOF, but there were even people who were barely hardly having the smartphone to really participate. But coming by and by, we are here and we are good to go.
Wow, thank you. Thank you for that observation. I see Andrew. Andrew, your hand is up.
Yes, morning to everyone.
Good morning.
My highlight, what I saw during the elections, one, the election was free and fair. The other thing, I saw younger people who are always yearning for leadership, which was a good move for the younger generation. Then there is someone who mentioned about the issue of ginger people. We later solved ourselves and we agreed to have one delegate, though at first people were we did not have the same mind. Everyone like supposed to be the ginger delegate, but we stopped with different members and have Christine as our delegate for ginger.
Okay, so the ginger team later on came to a consensus. Your concern has been answered. You know, ginger, but it's good that even with the very many big wigs in ginger, they come together and come to a consensus. That is good teamwork. Okay, who else wants to give us a highlight of the election? I'll be checking the chats. By the way, you can also type in the chat and then, you know, we see at the moment. Diana, your network is not stable. That's why you're off and on. Okay, but I saw you, yeah. Yeah, I mean, our African connection is like that. We understand the challenges of internet connection, but we also hope that you can always try to be on. When you are kicked out, please just try to get back in. I don't know whether you're ready to speak, Diana, because I can see you're on. Diana? Okay, I think Diana is still struggling with the network, but I see Dawoodi. Sorry? Okay, I've seen Dawoodi's hand up. Please go ahead.
Okay, thank you, Prosi. The experience was so good. And I would like also to first comment on the issue of Guru people. People from Guru, Solomon, thank you very much for being part of the election. And please, you've shown us really that you love CEMCOD. However, we are also missing some people from Guru. You know, as he said, network issues here in Uganda is still a problem to most especially people in Guru and Yumbe. So we are still experiencing that to an extent that you even try to reach some of those guys, but their network is so hard. So it's so hard to get those people sometimes on the platform, and even just a mere calling them. You may call, I don't know whether they just keep on changing numbers or what, but I think someone can explain better what's happening in Gulu, yeah, that and Yumbe. Yeah, so that's the challenge that we are having with those ends. But the election was so good. People were trying to make sure that they throw away some guys. They were trying to make sure that they try to squeeze themselves in order to pass through the narrow gate. The gate was so narrow. And for your information process, do you know that some people were again thinking that, in fact, assuming that there's more positions coming to be voted again. So some were telling me, please, let's wait for another opportunity. We don't know opportunities are coming. So we just told them, please, this is the last opportunity. And they were like, we thought that more opportunities are coming. So some were waiting for more gates where they squeeze those in. That, I think it's the reason as to why the Ginger team had to come in with that struggle at the last end. Yeah, because some of them had thought that maybe there's more positions coming, but when they got to know that it is now the last position, then they had also to struggle. So it was so good that we enjoyed it. It came to that extent. We enjoyed it really. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you, David. You see, there is a saying that opportunity finds those who are ready. Did the Ginger team know that? So when opportunity comes, you don't wait for the next one to say, you know, I think there's a next one. You really have to jump on that one. And until the next one presents itself, you're all there. But that's really, you know, a nice one. And I like the fact that people, like somebody mentioned, that young people really want to lead. And for us at CEMCOD, that is a very big achievement, because we know that young people are leaders, but where are the opportunities for them to do that? Usually they will tell you, wait for tomorrow. And as a young leader, that's why I was very interested when David is talking. You don't always wait for the second, for the next chance. Grab the one that is laid on your table and jump on it until the next one also presents itself. Okay, I see Indifuna, Nash, and after you, we shall have Vitalis, and then I'll jump into our next session. Nash, it's your turn. You didn't unmute yourself, just in case you're speaking, please. Nash. Okay, if we can't hear from Nash, I had said that Vitalis will speak, but let me first give the opportunity to the lady, the Iron Lady, Madame Lydian Bavillier.
Thank you, Madam President. Good morning, everyone. I'm Lilian from Ginger. Yeah, I want to thank God that I'm once again here on the Zoom, because it was my first time to be here as you're asking, but you never had my response. I'm talking about the issue of highlights concerning the elections. Can I thank God I went through unopposed? Glory be to God. Now, about the highlights, what I saw, It's like some people didn't have phones, the smartphones, they were the button phones. So there were very many challenges between there. Someone could like to be there in the group, but there's no way she could be there. So another thing was about the issue of the ginger team. The ginger team, actually, other people just came in without knowing what was there. Because someone just got the phones from their friends that we were just sharing with. So it just dumped in without knowing what was going on. So that's where the struggle came in. But thank God that we kept the consensus and people got a delegate who could take over the ginger team. Ah, and also I saw commitment and the people were determined as the youths to lead. For me, I was really happy when people came in, giving in their manifestos to us to see what they're going to do for us. And really, it was really very good, very, very good. We thank CEMCOD really. It has brought people on the platform to know how they should also campaign and give in their manifestos. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lillian. And we still congratulate all of you. But of course, going through unopposed, where there is a team of very many young people, what did you do? Did you just scare everyone?
I didn't scare everyone. I was just waiting for Osingili to come in, but I know where to be seen and also waiting for other, but maybe it's God who helped me. And with us twins, we are really blessed, as you know, Naro.
Yeah. So that's Lillian, the blessed one. Yeah, while others were struggling, she was already okay, And yeah, those are things that happen when we go through these leadership processes. So let me have Vitalis, and then we can see how to wrap this up.
Oh, thank you very much, Prosi. Yes, speaking about the elections, wow. All I can say that interesting and really interesting. One, I liked the energy exhibited by the young people. Each of them really came out to compete. You could really see that this was a very, very great competition, maybe with the exception of Kurubia Moses, who was very, very confident, and the Hope Mirembe. Otherwise, I could see the others really struggling to champion their causes, especially for the position of chairperson. Yeah. And what I have to assure everyone is that it doesn't mean that because one did not win, they are a bad leader. No, they aren't. Elections are like that. And somebody was trying to oversee the process at the time when we were going to announce the results for the chairperson. Some people from Soroti came up with a complaint that their emails had been used to vote. And we only discovered that they were trying to use one gadget, several people, and the system could not do what? Could not allow them. And they were also trying to push us into extending. Now, those are the dynamics of elections. If you don't get complaints within elections, maybe they are not an election. So it was very interesting to see what we usually see in national elections, local government elections.
Okay, did we just lose Bruce? I saw the network was really dragging. But yeah, I'll just go through the charts and then see what we have here. And hey, okay, Moses says Lillian the witch. Of course, no, she's the blessed one. I'll begin from that one. So Lillian was the blessed one. And then let me try to see these charts. Someone using some of these charts already. Okay, so Gulu was a big block, but now chopped into pieces like Amuru, Omoro, Gulu district, and again Gulu city. So only few members are now in the city can easily access proper internet. And yeah, you know, most of our places, like we say in Africa, sincerely, we are still struggling with the internet, and we appreciate Solomon that parcel of this process. And we know that through you, we are going to get other people, all other community reporters who are there. We shall try to trace community reporters. We also appreciate the fact that even CEMCOD's activities have been scanty in the Gulu area for, I think, since COVID. You know, when COVID happened, a lot of things also happened, you know, including, you know, cutting down on activities. And now we are just on, like we are restarting per se. If we talk about COVID, then all of us know that it wasn't really a very easy time, and we are all trying to catch up with lost time. So we appreciate that fact also with Gulu. The same thing with Wakiso. Some of you had the sentiments that were coming in, but these are, we have not forgotten. I saw somebody posting in the chat like, hey, you know, you guys had forgotten about us. No, it's about interventions and how we plan the interventions and how well funded these interventions can enable us to get to certain places. But yeah, we are with you, we are there, and we hope that the team gets back stronger and better. Some people wanted to get votes of sympathy, and they were complaining why the old community reporters were getting more positions. Okay. All right. Somebody says she bought the, this is again Moses about Lillian. All right. And then am I losing my let me see where my chats are disappearing to. Okay. Someone says they're not getting audio. All right. I think that's it for that. I'm not sure that I still have more comments in the chat. Please, can I say something on election experience? Diana, please, if you're able to connect, we would love to hear from you on behalf of Sorority.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay. I'm Diana Dorothy from Sorority. I first want to start by thanking all of you for attending the workshop. My experience on the election was like, for us, some people, so the time they don't know anything. And also, some people from sorority, they don't have smartphones, most of them. So that's the big challenge we have this side. That's the experience I had. And also, lastly, I learned that some people in sorority, okay, they have smartphones, but they didn't bother in participating.
Yeah, I think we noticed that.
I felt bad, but I had to come in.
Yeah, and we are really proud of you, you know, for, yeah, thank you so much, Diana. Like I was saying, we are so proud of you that you were able, because, you know, we are on these other small chat groups for different districts. And I saw you appeal to your community reporters and to your fellow colleagues and tell them, please guys, come and vote, you know. So sometimes, of course, as when we work as teams, it's not that everybody is going to move at the same pace with the rest, but also we love the energy. And that's the most important thing for us. The energy each of you exhibited was really, you know, top notch. And we want you to continue with that energy. We don't want you to be pulled back by, you know, there are all those who will be pulling you back. As a young leader, you know, it's not very easy. You'll want to go forward, somebody else will want to pull you backwards, but usually have your focus. And that's what we saw with most of you. All of you who are here really did amazingly great. You put in your energy, you put in your effort, and you did this with passion. And I think for us, it's really a plus. And looking at, yeah, I think we shall not go through the phones, the lack of phones. We know that is a very big problem for most of the young people. I mean, affording these smartphones is not easy. You're lucky that you have one and you can be able to participate. But also these are some of the things you're going to be now handling as the leadership team. I mean, how do you help other young people out there? This is how young people are excluded in some of these developmental issues that happen. I mean, they'll tell you there is a meeting here, you must have a smartphone, you must have data, you must have this, and all those are things that as a young person, you can't afford. So how do we advocate for some of the things to happen? So that those, we already have some starting pointers already on how you want to advocate for your colleagues going forward. Yeah, someone said the election was free and fair, I think most of the things. I'm going to stop here with the reflection. Nash, you can type, I see your hand is up, but please, you can type in your comments in the chat section. We shall look at it so that we are able to move to the next stage. Unless there's really a question, if somebody has a burning question for this session that we've had, then I'll take one or two questions before I can proceed to our next session. But I'm closing now the chapter reflecting on our election and how exciting it was. Questions? In a minute. Nash, is it a question? If it's a question, please shoot, because I see your hand is still up.
Thank you for this opportunity. My question is, that was when they were bringing out a PDF, it was like 2023, 2024, 2024, 2021. So is there any other opportunity of what? Of re-electing other executive member after our what?
After your term.
After our term.
Oh yeah, because it's 2 years. So we said 2023, 2025, I think. Yeah, so we because you're such a big energetic group of young people, and because we are democratic and we want to follow democratic values, and we want to be inclusive, we want to give every other person an opportunity to lead. We do not like to have a permanent community reporters committee. I think you will agree with me that every other year we are training new young people and we are telling them, hey, you know, go, take a go at leadership. So we do not want to limit this. We want this to be rotational, but also it is something that we can discuss between us and you. Do you want to be permanently on the committee, if I may ask? Please, as we talk, you can type in the chat and we'll see. So do you want to be, hey, 35 years? How many years has our president been in power? Yeah, so I don't know whether we want to go that way or we would like to make this really rotational. We think as an inaugural team, 2 years will help. You're here and we are very excited actually about you because you are the ones going to set the pace, you know? So you are setting the pace for those who are going to come after you. How do you want things to be run? You know, what path should we take? You know, so yeah, we can have this discussion, but there will be more opportunities for other young people, for other community reporters to take a go at these leadership positions. I think in that way, we are helping everyone enhance their leadership skills and also get to test what it really means. You see, when we teach, when we are in those rooms there, those air-conditioned rooms teaching you about leadership, sometimes it looks quite easy. Now, I don't know whether you still think it is easy after going through this small process of ours, or now you get to know how the real stuff happens. That is what would like every other young person to experience. Nash, you still have to, you want to respond to that? I see your hand is still up unless you just left it up there.
I think I just left it up there, please.
Okay, so somebody says if it's democratic, then the issue of permanent should never surface here. Okay, but that's what we think. All right. Okay. Because of time, Nash, stop. I don't know whether you're trying to share your screen or something, but you can find a way of stopping that, please. You don't have to, yeah. Because I'm going to share my screen in the next 1 minute, if you'll allow me, so that we can go to the next issue. Just give me 1 minute to try share my screen. I have so much here. What am I sharing exactly? Okay. Let's see. Just in a minute, I'm trying to find my present. I just have a lot. Okay, I think it could be here. I'm hoping. Yes. Are we able to see what is on my screen?
Yes.
Yes, but you press F5.
I didn't hear that.
Okay.
Yeah, we are seeing.
Oh, you're seeing.
Yeah.
If effective team. Okay, I want to see how to make this. Please,
Yeah.
Wako, Andrew, can you mute your microphone? Thank you. So if we are not talking, please let's just try to mute our microphones so that we don't get those effects. Oh, all right. Whatever it is. So we are going to talk to, we are going to talk about our roles and responsibilities, but I really thought we would talk about how effective teams work and what you should really know, because now you come together as a team, as the executive team. there's a lot that you need to know while working together. And okay, then just yes, the elements and skills you need for a successful team. We are now here as the community reporters leadership team, and all eyes are on us. We have a constituency. Those are the community reporters. There are over 200 community reporters that you are representing. You are only a team of 14, if I'm not mistaken. So what is it that you need to do that will make you work successfully? That is what I would like us to go through before we even come to our individual roles and responsibilities on the team, but now us. So you'll allow me scroll. You're free to stop me anywhere, please. And you could also type any questions, comments in the chat so that I'll look at them after I make this presentation. But if you feel there is something that is burning and you'd like to come in, please just you just stop me and then you can shoot whatever it is. So yeah, elements and skills that you need to know. So we are saying effective teamwork is important, not only for the organization, but also for you, for the people, for us, you know. Us as the CEMCOD Secretariat, you, the community reporters, and every other person, you know, the leadership, the communities we work with, it's important that we work effectively. So now that we are together, you know, this is just the beginning of you getting elected to the leadership team. So we're saying coming together is the beginning. How we stay together, you know, how we move, our journey will let us progress or go backwards. And when we work together, then we achieve success. So what are those elements that when you think about, you would say are good for effective teamwork? I just came up with a few. I know you know others and we could supplement on this, but I just picked out those few, and because of time, you'll allow me just go through. Then when we have additions, we can actually do that after I'm done. So don't look at this as comprehensive, you know, it is just like tips and pieces that have been put together. So one thing that we need to understand as young leaders is being open when we are communicating. What is open communication? Talk freely. We encourage that. You see that from the time when you attend our trainings, that we encourage you to be open, to speak up. That is what you should do. You know, it's your time to speak. You don't need to hold back. It doesn't matter what somebody else thinks, but as long as you believe in what you're saying, it is important to say it out. Then the conversation begins. It's disproved or you'll be upheld, but it's always good to share your ideas, share your concerns. Right now, we have a WhatsApp group for leaders. We don't expect people to mumble, you know, be in corridors and so on. No, if you're thinking about something, you are a leader. No one should hold you back. Put it out there, and then the discussion will start. So that is what we are expecting of you as we go forward, not to hold back, not to think, oh, what I'm going to say maybe is not nice. Oh, they may think I don't know. By the way, not knowing is the greatest thing. Because after people knowing that you don't know, then what? You know. You'll get to know what you don't know. And the next time you'll be the one telling another person what you did not know. So it is okay not to know as long as you're open-minded. We are going to have to practice issuing clear directions and having clear goals. How does this happen? It should begin today. As a team, we want to see, and if we talked about 2 years, So what do we want to do in the 2 years as an executive team? That is setting a clear direction and setting our goals straight. Afterwards, then we shall know how to do it. So we are saying leadership skills involve motivating and encouraging your team effectively. We are going to encourage each other. Because we are on the leadership team, no one is bigger than the other. We are all at the discussion table, and we have to take ourselves as so and respect each other as such. So we shall set clear directions, which I've talked about, and we shall see that we do things that are for all of us, not for a particular individual. In that way, we succeed as a team. Accountability is a big thing. And we take that one seriously at CEMCOD. I think it's one of our values in CEMCOD that people should be accountable for their deeds and for others on the team. So you have to be responsible for your actions. And also as a team, remember, if you're in a team, every action impacts over an individual impacts the team. So we look out for each other. If there's anything that has happened, we don't need to speak, like I said before, to speak in corridors. We don't have to blame each other or pick on one person to blame. We have to come back and say, how do we solve this? So it's going to be about solutions, more solutions than complaints. That is how we shall work going forward. This one is very important for anyone who ventures into leadership delegation. You know that we have different skills. You can never be everything. You'll be good at something and your colleague will be good at another, and another one will also be good at another. So it's as a leader, you have to know what is it that you can handle at a particular moment. And if you cannot, have a keen eye to identify who else has the skill that you need to accomplish that task and delegate. So delegating means you're giving another person a task that you might have done, but probably feel they could do it better. Or if you can't fulfill it at that particular moment, then let another person handle. It helps a lot to take things forward. It saves time, it makes work efficient, and we all win at the end of the day. So don't stay and be stuck with something that you might not be able to accomplish. So the skills for effective teamwork that I also sampled, communication. Communication skills are key. We've talked about this even in your leadership trainings, that you have to speak clearly and efficiently. If you're passing on information, be sure about the information you're passing on. Be sure about the source of the information. Also reflect upon that information and know what kind of effect it will create if at all you give away that information. But also to be a good communicator or an effective communicator, it means that you have to listen attentively to others. You know, before you listen to, you have also to listen to others. You also have to choose what are the best ways to communicate. If you're speaking to, say, people in Kaitabawala, what is the best way for you to communicate to them? So you choose the way of communication, and there you will know that your information is received. Let's be friendly. Yeah, there is no need for hate in this world. No one has ever achieved anything with hate. So let's be friendly to each other, with your family. Let's speak with confidence. let's share feedback, like if you see something happening, please, bring feedback, because now you have a constituency, you have to listen and you have to receive feedback and act upon it. And when I say volume and tone, it means how do you talk? Are you shouting or you're speaking calmly, depending on what situation. We never achieve anything with shouting at people, no. But if you talk in a very friendly, polite way, people will always understand what you're saying and they respect you. Respect is one of them, but you'll gain respect. And it is important that you also respect the people you're talking to. As a team, respect is going to be key. Everyone should respect the other. We should respect each other's opinions. That people can, then somebody first laughs and then you're like, hey, I mean, what did I say? Or you see someone walking into the room and then you begin giggling. Somebody will begin looking at themselves and say, am I putting on, what is it? So there are a few things, small things, sometimes we call them small, but they're big, especially when you're working with teams, including our body language. I mean, if I see you walking in and I turn my head and look the other side, I might not have said anything, but what does it imply? That I don't want to probably, I'm not interested in meeting you because I turn my head away. It means I'm not interested. So body language is also key in the way we do things. And as young leaders, some of those things, you never notice them in your everyday life. But now that you're in the spotlight, people are going to begin scrutinizing you and picking on every other bit. Even the way you walk, somebody will say, hey, these days the way Moses walks. Ever since he got that post of his of publicity, now he walks with the swag. You've been walking like that, but just because you're in the spotlight, you are into leadership, you are there now for everyone to see. There are all these things that are going to come up, and we have to be very careful on how we do things. Planning and organizing. You're now going to become very good planners, very, very good planners, because you need to get things done. It's about, like I said, it's more of solutions than complaints. So you have to know how to plan your time, first of all, to plan for others, so that all the things get worked upon. You have people demanding this, you have schedules, you have deadlines, you have communications to do. So you have to plan and be very organized on how you do stuff. As leaders, you are now problem solvers. You are no longer complainants. I hope we get that. You are no longer going to come to the forum or the main forum and you're the one complaining. We expect that you as a leader, you're bringing a solution, or you're actually listening. And that's what I talked about. You are listening to what your constituents are talking about and sitting down, analyzing those complaints and coming up with solutions. So breaking down difficult problems into smaller, more manageable parts, that's what I say. And it involves a lot of critical thinking, decision-making, creativity, and information processing, That is how teams work. So you have to be very critical. You have to do your research. I mean, if something comes up, you're not just going to jump on it like any other person. You're going to take your time, analyze that issue, find all the things surrounding that issue, and then come up. And that is how you find solutions. Yeah. So we say problem solving isn't just about responding to issues, but fixing. So you're coming up with innovations and everything like that. Collaboration. As a team, you have to collaborate. You have to have an open mind. Like I said, respect each other's opinions, and then see how things should be done. It all goes back to everything, how you communicate, how you organize, how you're planning, that's long-term thinking, how you adapt to different environments, and how you resolve issues, which might be a debate. How do you resolve issues as a team? Those are the skills that you must have. Conflict. I think this is where you guys started from. Before even you were declared, you were already managing conflict. Now you know that is going to happen now and again, but you have to be ready to solve this, Conflict resolution is one thing you're going to learn in Pola, It's not that you have to just fall into things. But like I said, before you solve a conflict, I think you can see like every other thing tags into the other. You must be a good listener. Because if you don't listen carefully, then there is no way you're going to solve people's misunderstandings or everything. So you have to be a very good listener. You have to be humble. You have to be respectful. You have to take away most biases. Some of us are born with, we grow up with a number of biases and everything. So those things also affect the way we do work. But as a conflict manager or someone who's resolving conflict, you must be neutral, and then you'll be able to solve those problems. Yes, so the strength of the team is each individual member, and the strength of each member is the team. That is a quote that I put there for you so that you know that we need each other. If you're picked up and singled out alone as an individual, you might not do so much. But if we stick together as a team, we can achieve much, much more than you ever even thought about. I would like to know if there is any question to that point before we can scroll through. Actually, the next thing we are going to do is just to scroll through our roles and responsibilities, because I think we already know, don't we? Anybody doesn't know what they are going to do on the team? Now it's your turn to speak. It's your turn to speak. Let me hear what you have to say. Moses says he's following closely. Thank you. Can I get the comments? Can I get the questions up to that level? Are there any other skill sets that you think that you should possess as a team, a winning team? Let me listen from you, what you think, your additions. If you're ready, open the microphone and speak. Will we get the presentation after this? Yes, if you need it, you'll get it. We shall share it, I think, on your leadership, the leadership group. I will ably share on your leadership group. Any other questions, comments? Any highlights so far? I'm just appreciating the insightful presentation. All right, thank you. So let's proceed in the interest of time. I'm even not looking at the time. Would we have a time manager on our team? We didn't, eh? Okay. How many minutes do I have, David? If at all I still have any minutes.
Proceed. Thank you very much for the presentation. It has been really good. I think people have enjoyed it. And you're supposed to go up to 15 minutes to 1.
And how many minutes do I still have?
You have around, because it's 21, so you have some good minutes.
40?
No, not 40. around 24.
Okay, I see Solomon said 19 minutes. I'll go with Solomon's means 19 minutes. So that's like approximately 20 minutes. Good. So those are going to be enough means for us to go through our roles and responsibilities. That is going to be, Moses talked about flexibility skill. Flexibility. As leaders, we must be flexible. That is a very good point, a very good one. You know, when things happen, you should be the first to shift to see that you fit in. You know, it's about fitting into situations. You must be flexible in able to achieve your set targets. Sometimes when you are stuck on using one method or doing things, you may fail. So usually it is, and that comes with innovation. When we talk about innovation, it means you should be able to try out several other aspects of doing things, you know. So you shouldn't be just, okay, for me, I was told that this is what we have to do and that is all. And then when someone brings in a different idea, you're like, no, 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 no. So we should be able to adapt easily, be flexible, and bring out our creative selves, the innovation bit of it. Yeah, thank you, Moses, for that point. It is quite important. Okay, so team roles and responsibilities. Who wants to know their role on the team? Right. Okay, so let me see. And with flexibility, it calls for shifting from one responsibility to the other, not being stuck to the one responsibility. Okay, Moses. Yeah, it means that you should be ready to take on other roles if called upon. Yes, I think that is quite important also. You know, you can be there and say, for me, I'm a secretary. I tell you are telling me to go and do what, you know. But once we are a team, like the things we've been going through, it means that we are working together. And when we win together. When we fail, we all take the blame. Integrity is also needed. That is Bavaria. Yes, very important. Very, very important. Integrity. If people begin doubting how you do things, if they will have to seek clarity from another person to believe what you are saying, then you're going to, I tell you, as a leader, you have no future. So your integrity is very important, and please keep it jealously. You guard your integrity jealously. That includes people who might want to, or what do they call it, to taint your name. I mean, if you have your name, you must be able to protect it. So you have to guard it jealously. It says, I need clarification on my responsibilities as a published. Fine. Okay, so we are going there, and we can. Did our chairperson join already, or they are still? Is the chairperson on the platform?
We've not yet seen the chairperson in.
We've not seen the chairperson in. Yes. Okay.
So I tried to talk to him. He told me He's getting, I think, a laptop to connect. But I don't know if up to now he hasn't got the laptop. I don't know.
Okay. So he's trying to get a laptop to connect. All right. So when we are going to also draw a few learnings from that, these are communications that have to be done in time as leaders, if you have, for example, a meeting at 10, you don't wait for 10:30 to tell somebody that you got a problem and you'll be running late. You inform the person ahead of time that, I think I'm going to be running late by 5 minutes. So that person can also, so those are a few things that we shall be learning as we proceed. But yeah, we also understand the challenges that we have, that these gadgets are not very affordable. And therefore, some of us might be holding those gadgets that can't, for example, connect to Zoom or even attend a workshop like this one, but it's okay. So roles and responsibilities. Our chairperson will provide leadership to the committee, taking responsibility for the committee's performance and development. That's a big one, and he will ensure proper information flow and feedback. The key word there is feedback between the community reporters community and CEMCOD Secretariat. So that is quite a role, and of course it is befitting of the chairperson. We can go into that step by step, but of course we can't do that now, but that is the overall responsibility of our chairperson. Is going to be in charge for all of us, the way we do things, the way we develop as a team. That is the responsibility. The vice chairperson is as good as the chairperson. I think this one, because all the roles that the chairperson does, the vice chairperson will do them when it is appropriate. Whenever it is necessary, all the roles that the chairperson does are carried by the vice chairperson. And that includes seeing how we develop, how we grow as a team, and so many other things. So that, and we are happy that in the absence of the chairperson, we actually have the vice chairperson taking part in this training. So we are well represented. Yes. Thank you. Yeah. Secretary Diana, did you begin writing already what we are talking about? Taking notes of what is going on right now, because we are going to be asking for that. Yeah, so you will, at all times, things, take and circulate minutes, prepare agendas for meetings, organize paperwork, all those things, and you will distribute them to every other person who is supposed to get them or to get a copy. So that is, and mostly that is, for your meetings as a committee, but also if there are other things that are required, for example, from the organization, it means that your services will be sold whenever necessary. The blessed one, the one that Moses chooses to call the witch, we are going to do away with that witch word. No, we don't want it. So you will look after the group's income and expenditure. As we proceed, one of the things that we are going to do as the community reporters committee is also to look for ways of sustainability. How do we sustain our team? If we want to have meetings, we need to have money. If you want get-togethers, we need to say, okay, next month we are getting together as a leadership team, and it should happen. So, Madam Treasurer, we need the money. We need the money for the team, but of course we are going to work hand in hand with the treasurer to see how resource mobilization can be done, but also how to track expenditure, to see where we need where we need resources. I mean, yeah. So for the treasurer, we are looking at you for that role. Mr. Publicity, I think from this meeting, one of the things we want to see is a Facebook page or whatever pages that will be publicizing the reports that come from the community reporters family. I think there's so many stories that you people do that are not recorded anywhere. And we want to begin from that point. So, but also there will be key messages, especially that are agreed upon by the committee, and that's the leadership committee. Not everyone is going to speak on behalf of your committee. We know that we are all big, we are all the same level, but I think we need some kind of a systematic way on how we pass out information that we even agree upon as a committee and as a secretariat. We want to think that our publicity person will be able to speak on our behalf so that we are all not quoted everywhere. You know, somebody will say, so-and-so is the one who said, aren't they a member of the committee? You know, like I said, as a team, you're going to be in the spotlight. So you don't want to be speaking and then somebody also speaking something. So we would like, Anita, can you mute your microphone, please? Thank you, Anita. Nash, please also mute your microphone. Thank you, though you haven't muted, but at least there's some quietness here. So let us give our PR the opportunity to speak for us. And when he's speaking for us, he's not going to speak as an individual. He's going to be accountable to the team, that he will only speak what the team has agreed that he speaks. That is, if it is the official line. Whatever he says as an individual, we shall begin to look at that in Pola, you know, on those social media pages. But at least if it is something to do with our community reporters leadership team, we want to entrust the speakership role with our publicity. And he will help us to manage all those social media pages and everything. If we decide that actually we need different social media pages from the ones that CEMCOD runs as an organization, because there's a lot, we censor a lot of things that we post on our own social media pages. So it may not be what is appealing to you. So you might want to run other social media pages independent of CEMCOD, but of course associated with CEMCOD. Maybe somebody will be talking about that later on. Madam Welfare. Okay, there are a lot of things that happen. I think you're going to have to be in touch with every other community reporter. We say there are over 200 community reporters. It's going to be your role to ensure that you know where every community reporter stays and if they're in good health or they're not. Yeah, but as a welfare officer, we are going to expect that you try as much as possible to be in touch with every other community reporter and also bring to our attention, whatever may be happening out there. If people are sick, you know, we are now a community. If people are sick, we need to show that we care. If people have lost their relatives, their friends, or all those things, but mostly the issues to do with your community reporting work. That is where your focus should be. If there are issues arising out of the way that community reporters are doing their work, that is exactly where your focus should be. And we shall be able to listen. We shall sit as a team together with you, and then we see how to handle those issues. Entertainment, we have a lot of, what do I say? A lot of talents that is lying low within the community reporters family. We would like to promote that talent. We would like to see how we support each other. And I think for now, you're going to have to document all those community reporters who have one particular thing or the other that they are doing. And we can begin from there to see how to plan. There will be also other things, according to how you draw your work plans, that may need talent. For example, we can also talk of projects that may need talent to promote. And that is where we want to see you mostly, you know. But it is something that we are going to begin to build. I mean, this is a new team. And each of you is to hold a portfolio that may be bigger than yourself. But we are ready to work with you. We are ready to listen to you because we want to work with the things that you feel you want to do, and then we shall see how to support them. Our regional representatives, how many are here? Ginger, do we have our regional representative here?
Ginger not present.
Not present. Mbali, I've seen Anita, that's good. Soroti, do we have the representative?
Yeah, the one of Soroti is trying to log in, but I think she has not
Okay,
yet.
She has not yet. Okay, yeah. So for our regional representatives, like it is, they'll take in interest and focus on those issues that we already had. Your network is quite bad. I think we can't hear. Is anyone finding difficulty listening?
Yeah, his network is not good.
Yeah. Bruce, if you could type please in the chat, because it's very difficult to listen.
Yes, I was just saying the regional representative.
No, your network is bad for real. Yes. Your network is bad.
Let me check.
It's very difficult. Yes, please. Yeah. At least, yeah. I see Judith is here. Wonderful. Welcome. You know, yeah. Okay, so for the regional representatives, you're the people who are going to make the work of this committee easier, simplified, because it is very difficult that everyone will be able to reach in the different areas where we are. But since you are there, you're going to be the link. And for example, I was talking about the welfare. Welfare won't have to go to every other region. It's very difficult, though if there is an opportunity, of course, the entire committee will want to visit all these places and meet your people. But in the absence of that, it means we are going to rely heavily on our regional representatives. We had Solomon already talking about the challenges in Gulu, you know, so already we have an idea and we can see how now to begin linking up with every other community reporter who is in Gulu and that region. Even when it comes to recruitment, For example, if we want to train some more young people within your region, I think you're going to be our contacts. I mean, we know that you already have other young people. For example, like every other region has at least 25 people. I mean, but then there are those other specifics that might be required, and you're going to take up those roles. So you need to be really active and in the know of what is happening. It could also be stories that we would like to tap into in your region. You're going to be our first contacts if there's anything that we would like to know from those places. But also the welfare of the entire community reporters family in the different regions. We are also going to rely on you. So it's quite a task, and you can see that almost every other person has a specific role that they are going to handle. All right. I think we went through this. I'm not going to waste a lot of time on all this. By now, we all know that we are serving on this committee for 2 years. So we need to make the best of our 2 years and leave a legacy that all those who will come after us will actually remember, or they will talk about us. We are going to have a number of meetings virtually. Please, we have to accept that this is a virtual world where we have nothing to do about that, but there are going to be a number of virtual meetings. We are saying quarterly. You can decide otherwise when you sit as a team. We shall listen to what you have to do. But we are going to do that. Of course, there will be physical meetings. We really pray for that, because physical meetings come with a heavy budget sometimes, but we can also get creative. Who knows? Within our teams, we can see how to hold these physical meetings without having to incur a lot of money. But we need to meet, to chat, look people in their faces and say, hey, you are the one, who stole my vote the other time. Okay. We are going to represent the community reporters' interests, to the CEMCOD team. That is general, We are going to forge collaborations, networks, and look for support teams, people who believe in our work. You interact with these people each and every day. You are in spaces where you're meeting different people. For those of you at the radio station, sometimes you're hosting, all these big meets. Please just tell them, we have this structure. If you can only work with us, all your problems will be solved in your constituency. But yeah, so we need to forge collaborations, meaningful collaborations, by the way, not people who will come to manipulate you, no, because we've come from very far. We would like you guys to shine. We would like you to take up these spaces, and you will forgive us. We shall be a little bit protective of you. We know that, of course, you're past 18, so you're not kids. But when we say we are protective, is because we would like to see you guys shine more than you ever think you can. So we will also try to see that we don't want people who will come probably try to just sway you off your feet, say, we shall do for you this. No. And we believe that with the trainings that you've had, at least you're critical enough to know that this person means good for me. This person is only coming like the other politician who will come and buy you a few pieces of bread because they want your vote and they disappear for the next 5 years. There are also those ones. So we trust that you have that sense of judgment, and you'll know which people to collaborate with, to collaborate and to network. But also we are there. I mean, you're not working in isolation. We are working as a team, as a CEMCOD team. And so whoever you approach, it's important that we get to know. And whoever approaches you, it's also important that we get to the negotiating table and we see how best they would like to work with us, because that's where we are going. It's a bigger dream maybe than you're thinking about, but we want you to get there. Be exemplary. Yes. We are going to begin looking at you and scrutinizing even how you walk. I said that. So yeah. And then also the bigger thing is to understand that CEMCOD is not going to sponsor any personal, travels or any personal programs that you have as individuals, but we are going to look at the bigger picture. We want to look at the team and not just like an individual, but that does not stop you from sharing with us your aspirations, because we would like to support in any way possible that we can, but we shall not go into like the personal details. But professionally, we are going to be there. We are going to bring out all these opportunities we ever come across. We are going to throw them at you. It is you people who will fail actually to take up the opportunities, but we shall try our best to do that. And when we bring up opportunities, we expect that you, the leadership team, should be the first to jump on those opportunities. We don't want to run after you and begin saying, hey, Nicholas, did you see this opportunity? I believe that if I share something, I want you to go through it and then come back to me or to the ED or to Dawudi or to anyone and say, I saw this, how can you help? Even those that we haven't shared, but you've seen them somewhere and you feel they speak to your aspirations, please bring them on board and we shall see how to support you on that. Thank you very much for being here today, for your attention and for listening to this blah, 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 blah talk, but I'm really very happy that you sat in here and you took your time to listen to me. Thank you very much. So anyone with questions, I will take on the questions and any other comments. Time checking. I think I beat the time, did I?
You just missed it narrowly.
Okay. All right, guys. So you want to stretch, you want to ask? Okay, I have no question, but appreciating. Thank you, Moses. It's amazing. I'm enjoying the meeting. Thank you, Pascal. Yeah. Thank you, Anita. Okay. Wow. Thanks, Andrew. Yeah, we want you to be good leaders. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen for now so that probably the next person can start. Thank you, Solomon. Yeah. So do we want to just get up and stretch and then, anyway, I'm not the one doing that, by the way. So I think mine has ended here. I'll hand over back to David. David, thank you very much for giving me this time. And I wish you the best of the time for the next presenters who are coming on. Believe me, you're going to love what they'll say. So thank you. Back to you, David.
Wow, thank you very much, Prosi. It has been a very wonderful presentation. Yeah, and I believe everyone liked it. Wow, it was very good. You was talking about communication, how effective it can be. But what amazed me is when you said that it's going to be more of solution giving than complaints. Wow, that's great. People have been coming up with the broker questions. Now we asking you as a CEMCOD. Now people will be filing questions to them. Now you as a Madam Incidentals, please tell us. And we shall also be there in the Kamoli looking at Madam Incidentals. What are you going to answer? Wow. But it has been so good. Yeah, we are now the problem solvers. as executives, we are now supposed to analyze the complaints, each and every complaints. Please, it's good that you have that we have the executives platform. Please, if you come across any question or any complaint at the main platform, first come to your platform as the executives, you share, so that you go back to the main platform with a solution to that. And Professor talked about the creativity. We need to be creative members. Some of these questions will come when you don't have a direct answer. And so where necessary, you need to first keep quiet. You go and consult so that you come back with other content. Yeah, it's not good to give information and then afterwards someone comes out to disprove you. No, it's not always good. So, and the roles, wow, I've just linked the roles. Each and everyone has got his or her roles. Now you know where to begin from. I believe some people were taking screenshots of their roles. You now, some people were even noting them down, and you now know what you're going to really be doing. We are now expecting to receive from you, to get from you, and even to come up with different ideas that you've innovated as you, yeah, yes, as the executive member of in charge of which example may I use? Welfare. Yes, welfare minister. Now you come up, you say now that would be good. Wow. Thank you very much, Rosie. Thank you very much, members, for that time. We are now going to relax a bit. And as we relax, please, you may have your simple lunch, maybe a ninja or a commando somewhere. It's okay, it's allowed. But as we go for lunch, we are also going to move around. You move around and you take a photo of something that is near you. And then you come back and you tell us what interested you and what made you, or what forced you to take that picture as real. So I'm expecting everyone to come up with that. You may share it on our WhatsApp group of the executives. Yes, you can share it from there. Or if you can show it to us here, it's okay. Yeah, but we want everyone to take a picture so that we enjoy it together. Wow. Next time, let's relax a bit. We are coming back at 10 minutes past 1. Yes, so that we share for 5 minutes, and then we shall have the next official share with us. Thank you very much. Let's relax a bit.
Okay, just for information, I'm going to stop the Zoom. It will return at 10 minutes past 1 when as you have said, when we're back.
Okay, thank you very much.
Join again with the same link.
Thank you very much, Edward.
Okay.